How can you walk when you don't know the ways of the Spirit? Now that you know the ways of the Spirit, you've prayed for divine guidance, divine instruction. Why is it difficult to obey? Do you know that your disobedience to an instruction doesn't necessarily affect God, but because God is in the midst of his people, but he's not working with them. He doesn't go to a workplace with them. He doesn't live in neighborhood with them. Your disobedience will cost you, not God. God is just trying to help. You're praying for his guidance in the multitude of counsel. But why disobey? I will share a personal experience. I was going to do a business investment as at that time. This was many years ago, and I wanted to do it, and then I had a restraint in my spirit. Another spirit was like, "Say, don't do this business." But this person I want to do business with, if you look at this person, he's credible. Like, and I felt like, no. And then he has had results. Do you get? So I was convincing myself, and that is where the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh comes in. And sometimes it made me feel like if we also existed during the days of Adam and Eve, and we were in the place of Eve, maybe we would have eaten 7 apples. Like using that illustration, you get. The apple is just like it, you get. At that point in time, I put my money into the business, and it did well. It disappeared. It crashed. And if I felt bad because it was like I valued the credibility of man over the credibility of God. Oh, to me, I was pained. I'm like, my darling God. God, I'm sorry. And in the long run, it was me that he pained because I lost my money. I learned a very vital lesson. But that doesn't mean in my walk with God, I have still not disobeyed at some other instances. I'm getting better. And that was where it dawned on me that accuracy in the spirit, discernment by the spirit, doesn't end at discernment. It ends when you observe to do this, when you observe to obey the instructions that God gives you per time. Just like the Holy Spirit said to Philip, join yourself to the chariot of that man. That led to opening of evangelistic ministry in that region. Those little consistent instructions are your guidance. They are the map of your life that will lead you to your destination in the spirit. In other words, the destiny God has attached and aligned for who you are to the people that need you. There was another instance I had, and then I needed to get something. This person was like, he gave an instruction ahead. There is nothing there. That was all I heard. And then I'm like, there's nothing there. I couldn't interpret it correctly at that time. But I got there was something there, but there was another thing I was supposed to do there. It was actually for that particular thing. And then when I did it, it ended up in waste. I lost my money as well. There was a preceding instruction. I discerned it. I heard it. But I couldn't discern accurately where to apply. Is it concerning this that I'm doing or the next thing I want to do? But God gave his word ahead. Pray the Lord. I walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing. I am obedient to the heavenly calling. Even though I understand times and seasons, I am obedient to the heavenly calling. And one thing that would deal with your flesh, the lust of the eyes, because that thing was really enticing. It would look like, oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my God. Somebody say, ow. But the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. Watch out. They are not in line with what God is.